with François from Echo Conversions, and I want to find out one question. Beware of the competition when you are going to be converting your oil furnace, which, by the way, must be converted in the next 8 years. You are not allowed to have an oil furnace renewed, replaced.
Exactly.
You must convert. So, that said, apples are not always oranges and all that story. So, François has the skivvy on what's going on with that.
Well, the first thing when thinking of converting a home or to buy a new heating oil equipment, electric equipment, or converting altogether, the first thing is to consult with at least 2 or 3 different companies to have a good feel of what's out there. What we strongly recommend is to avoid any form of solicitation directly to the homeowner, either be by door-to-door or by phone. Better for the homeowner to do their own research. One good advice would be to go on the Chauffe Vert Financial Aid Program website. They actually have, and we send it to all our customers via email, it's a link that basically specifies steps to follow to choose the right company to do the work. And some of the advice they give is, for instance, to check the background of the company that you're maybe thinking of doing business with. For instance, their RBQ number, and with that to see if the license is valid. You can go to the l'Office de la Protection du Consommateur.
Consumer protection.
Consumer protection, which shows if the company's had any complaints or has had any legal situations with customers. That is a really good start to do your research and finding a good company. Another is reviews. I think that overall some reviews can be questionable, but in general I think that most homeowners have enough common sense to see the truth versus what could be false. And in generally speaking, reviews are a pretty good reference point as well. But mostly avoid any form of solicitation where a company is making the first move on the consumer. Better for the consumer to make their own research and to avoid the reverse, because usually the companies that are taking advantage of homeowners, we've gotten a lot of feedback from particularly elderly people who live alone. Have been targeted systematically by companies that target homeowners that may not have all the necessary information they need to make a sound decision.
Okay,
so very important to do their
research. Seniors tend to not have that much agility on the internet, so that's where they fall short.
And even the internet, unfortunately, as we all know, social media and the internet can be good and bad. There's a lot of misinformation out there, so it's always good to check and verify with the different agencies to make sure that the information that they obtain is actually accurate.
I wanted to point out, before we sign off, I've done a few of these videos with François, and to be honest with you, the stories that we've heard, you could be left, not all companies are created equal. In that sense, I've heard that your oil tank could be left behind. Imagine somebody showing up, they don't take the pipes out of the wall, so the oil company comes to fill the tank that is no longer there. So that's one of the horror stories we've actually heard. And it's just not as clear cut as you might think. And make sure, get your estimates and show them to François. Make sure you're getting what you think you're getting, because it's not always as obvious as you might think.